April 2025. A single tweet from Iran's supreme leader explodes across the internet. We do not negotiate with thieves. We respond. Within minutes, oil futures skyrocket. Port security locks down. Wall Street traders spiral into panic. But while the world fixates on missiles and borders, the real war is hidden. In markets, in money, in manipulation. Currencies collapse. Middle-class savings vanish. Billion-dollar oil trades change hands in silence. This isn't just geopolitics, it's a financial trap, and millions are falling in. Welcome to Money Traps, true stories of financial greed, where we expose how power, pride, and profit bleed the world dry, while the people pay the price. Don't miss the truth behind the headlines. Subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, and share this video with someone who still thinks war is just about bombs. Iran fires on an Israeli-linked tanker in the Red Sea. The U.S. responds with naval reinforcements. Insurance premiums on cargo quadruple. Behind the scenes, multinational corporations start moving contracts offshore to avoid sanction risks. Pension funds shrink as oil volatility spikes. Citizens in the West pay more for groceries and fuel. The rich hedge, the poor absorb the blow. A calm sea. A cargo tanker flying a Liberian flag cuts through the Red Sea's warm silence, but its destination and ownership trace back to Tel Aviv. Then, a sudden flash on satellite radar. An Iranian missile tears through the hull. Black smoke billows skyward. By the time the footage hits the news, the stock market already knows. Global oil prices spike 12% overnight. The U.S. dispatches a fleet. Israel escalates naval patrols. But the real story? It's not just in the smoke. Behind the curtain, maritime insurance firms issue an emergency update. Red Sea risk rating, maximum. Premiums on cargo quadruple. Ships reroute or stall. Tech and food conglomerates quietly shift contracts offshore to avoid secondary sanctions. Supply chains stutter. Delivery costs soar. Pension fund managers in London and New York adjust models as oil volatility sends shockwaves across markets. Middle-class retirement savings? Down 6% in a week. Meanwhile, hedge funds bet long on oil futures. Their profits double. In Tel Aviv, politicians debate strategy. In Washington, Congress argues defense. But in kitchens in Chicago, Lisbon, London, groceries just got more expensive. And the poor? They don't have offshore accounts to shield their losses. Money trap unveiled. A single missile didn't just hit a tanker, it torpedoed market confidence. War drives fear. Fear drives premiums. And in every crisis, someone profits, while someone else quietly pays the bill. Sanctions bite hard. Iran turns to crypto laundering, gold smuggling, and shadow banking with rogue nations. Israel quietly benefits, exporting cybersecurity and weapons tech to defensive allies who fear being next. While families in Tehran barter for food, war investors in London and Dubai rake in gains from conflict-backed defense ETFs. Global oil prices cross $150 per barrel. African and South American nations rush to boost output, but without infrastructure, profits are swallowed by corruption. Meanwhile, nations like India and Turkey secretly broker deals with Iran for discounted crude, triggering quiet condemnation and whispered support from the West. The world is learning. In war, neutrality is expensive. Alignment is cheaper, but comes with a receipt. In Tel Aviv, a mother of 3 loses her job as defense spending shutters public programs. In Isfahan, a child faints from hunger as inflation renders a loaf of bread unaffordable. In Washington, Congress argues over another $75 billion war aid bill. Wall Street cheers. The true cost of war isn't missiles. It's stolen futures, shrinking dreams, and starving citizens used as pawns in a power play. A quiet street in Tehran. Dust settles where tanks once rolled. Children play in silence, too used to the sound of sirens to laugh anymore. In Tel Aviv, a mother opens her electricity bill. It's doubled. She sighs, sets it down beside a pink envelope marked eviction notice. The bombs stopped falling. The missiles silenced. The tweets grew cold. But something darker remained. A child in Brooklyn opens the fridge, nearly empty. His father, a veteran, stares at the TV as news of a $600 billion global war debt scrolls by unnoticed. Grocery prices triple in Nairobi. Protesters clash with police in Paris over inflation. A news anchor in Tokyo whispers, global confidence in fiat currency hits record low. In a glass tower on Wall Street, a hedge fund executive toasts with champagne. His screen shows a portfolio up plus 143% since the war began. He leans in and says, almost laughing, "Crisis is just opportunity with better margins." The war may have ended, but its shadow lives on in interest rates, tax hikes, missed meals, and unspoken grief. A cracked school desk in Gaza. A silent church in Lebanon. A vacant job center in Detroit. We fought. We watched. We scrolled. And now, we pay. Months later, a fragile ceasefire begins. But the real damage is unspoken. Trillions in global debt. Collapsed currencies. Rising authoritarianism. Children born into inflation. And somewhere online, a forgotten thread reemerges. The truth is expensive. We all just paid in full. This wasn't just a war between nations. It was a heist of wealth, of peace, of possibility. And the bill? It's being delivered to your door. Don't just watch the war. Follow the money. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a like if you believe truth is more than missiles. Subscribe to Money Traps, true stories of financial greed, and turn on notifications for more eye-opening stories that reveal the financial webs beneath world events.